Okay, so did you know? I'm sure lots of men and women are laughing at that quip there, and women are saying, of course we don't speak as much as that, but some I think we do. Okay, well, welcome back to Dual Factor Live, and of course this is DBS, and I have my two wonderful guests with me. I have Bashana Days and Vilika Lawrence, and we're talking about women. But just before we go into the big thing, on Rainforest Hideaway's Facebook page, they asked visitors to nominate a woman in St. Lucia they thought deserved recognition on International Women's Day. There were so many great entries that the restaurant chose two winners. I can't tell you their names now because we've only been able to alert one of them, but next week we will tell you who they both are. The nominees and the people who nominated them will receive dinner at Rainforest Hideaway in Marigot Bay this month. Last week, Dr. Gilbertha St. Rose asked, there are 10 herbs in Eden Herbs Tisane which will give you a complete detox or cleansing. Name two of them. The winner is Ethel Ismond, that's Ethel Ismond, who named turmeric and sarsaparilla. And Ethel will receive 4 bottles of the Tisane cleansing treatment from Dr. St. Rose, which is a complete course. So thank you so much, Doctor, for that. And thank you everyone else who actually made sure that they participated. All right, now, before my guests tell you a little bit more about them, I want you to think about this. How much do you know about International Women's Day? International Women's Day is celebrated in many countries around the world. It is a day when women are recognized for their achievements without regard to divisions, whether national, ethnic, linguistic, cultural, economic, or political. It is an occasion for looking back on past struggles and accomplishments, and more importantly, for looking ahead to the untapped potential and opportunities that await future generations of women. Now, I've said that bit, and I'm going to ask my guests to tell us a little about themselves. So I'm going to start with you, Bashana. Yes. Tell us a little bit more about you.
Well, I'll start personally first. I'm 28 years old. I'll be 29 later this year. I just get that out the way.
So important.
How do you feel about that? Yes, but anyways, yeah. Chasing, or let me just change that. Not chasing, but rather on my creative path right now. I believe that I've come more into my own over the last couple of years. And with that, I've been directed spiritually, universally into the different jobs, opportunities, and creative projects that I'm into. So right now, I work with the Gaiety, that's the Gaiety on Rodney Bay, and Travel Boutique is the agent for the Gaiety. So I operate out of the Travel Boutique office. I am also the co-founder of the Onyx Dance Crew. This is somewhat of a new dance group to St. Lucia, but nonetheless, we're hoping to make a lot more strides in 2014. And we're doing some other small projects that I guess we can talk about later. But personally, I live in Despin, that's in the Mabuya Valley, Dennery. So I just want to say good night to the Dennery Valley. Yes, I live in Despin, that's on your way to Olio. I come from somewhat of a big family, and that has helped me to grow into the person that I am today. Yeah, and I have a very strong mother. So if you're going to ask me, I can already tell you, if you're going to tell me my woman of interest would be my mother, Brenda George Vellenor. Yeah.
Why?
Because I admire her strength, because she has been my marker throughout my entire life. You know, teenage, growing into a young adult. Now next year I'll be crossing the 30 threshold. And at my age, my mom was taking on so much, you know, and I look at her strength, I look at, you know, different things that she's faced, and she's done it with grace. She's done it, you know, with sometimes not, you know, passing that on to her kids, you know. So I'm just really proud of her, and I'm grateful that I have my mom as a role model. Yeah,
And when
keeps
you-
me on track.
Oh, that's really nice. I mean, you know, it would be nice for many of us to say that, but unfortunately, not many of us, or not all of us, have mothers either around or part of our lives, whatever
Or maybe
reasons.
not biological, but you know.
But I mean, does that matter really? Whether someone is your biological mother or not, once they bring you up in such a way that they make you feel that you are part of them. You know,
Exactly.
what do you think, Balaka?
Well, yes, I agree with what you're saying. I'm also fortunate, like Bashana, to have my mother and to feel the very same way and share the same sentiments about my mom. But of course, in my line of work and just without my line of work, just as a young woman, going back to childhood, going back to teenage years, I have had so many friends who did not have anyone to fill and play that mother role. And to see others who found that nurturing and companionship in older women around them who served as mentors and mother figures for them, I saw how powerful that was. And I think it's important that if anyone can play that role for anyone, it's an important role for helping in their stage of development. And throughout life, just throughout your whole life, you have, I have so many people that I feel like are adopted moms, even if I'm so close to my mom. I call my friends' mom's mom, and I just respect that mothering role so much.
It's so important as women that we respect that. But going back to you, Bashana, we have a couple of pictures of you that we would like to share, and maybe you can let us, sorry, not the pictures, a video, I have to say. We saw this video, and I have to say, it totally, because I've met you before I actually saw the video, I did not see you in that light at all. It took me completely by surprise, because I've seen you in very eloquent situations, modeling, being graceful. And when I saw this, I opened up the screen a little bit more. Yes, I mean, those long legs, I mean, of course, you know, recognize her straight away, but okay, enough of me. Let's see what our viewers think about this, and Bashana.
Well, it is a weeping and a mourning and a gnashing of teeth. It is a weeping and a mourning and a gnashing of teeth. It is a weeping and a mourning and a gnashing of teeth in the dance hall and who know teeth will run from them. When time is come to my sound, which is the champion sound. The bugle has blown for many times, and it's
yeah, Russia. When you tell them, you know, dog, if you can't buy Rizla, you know, fi smoke cranny. Weed naked, that you fi put close pan it. Warm up the grabber like me a roast rabbit. On the light of the Flintstone vomit. Some live up in the space to go to a fourth planet. Look from the hand, you see the ozone planet. Me lay a moon and me do a fourth rabbit. Gaza man mess up all the whole commit. You know see that way me there? Put the fourth floor at it. Higher than the highway with more traffic. Weed make the tree shelly cool, more graphic. All drugs disappear on the pool. No more, you have the high grade, nothing knows more happy. Money where you make you want four more pocket. Weed so sweet, treat me throat like tonic. And the grabber hot, shatter than a 4-4-matic. Inna me head dog, high grade boss inna me head dog. Slim bigger than a pillar in a bed dog. The hot grabber think like bed dog. If me get a red dog, they call me a tackle the weed dog. Every day me a go down a the weed dog. See the marijuana she a me sweet dog. Dog if you play can money, you know fi smoke grabber.
I'm a like to bucket too. Me like to press on it. I'm a like to bucket too. I'm a like to bucket too. Me like to press on it. I'm a like to bucket too. Bucket too. Bucket too. Bucket too.
I saw you bad.
When me a bend over, me a wine and cut. Inna the air, me a wine and cut. And a girl can't tell me wine and cut. You know you love it, tell me wine and cut.
Free me love when you wine and cut. Position like a W. Wine and cut. Wine up your good body, girl. Punch Charlie Black. Got the gift. Come wine and cut. Hey, tell where you come from, wine for me. Your shoes are bunny like a pepper, still wine for me. Like a tennis ball, me when you fling it, give me. Girl, the style the bad me, baby, big it. You wine and catch me, baby, me want brata. It's a new style, I go give you your daughter. Me mix up like me mix smarter. Baby, me yeah, you mix master.
When me a bend over, me a wine and cut. Inna the air, me a Me like to brace on it, and me like to back it too. I me like to back it too. Me like to brace on it, and me like to back it too. Back it too. Back it too. Back it too.
I saw you back.
Let me have it.
What can I say? Now you understand why I was like, oh no, it could not be. Wrap us up quickly. What?
Well, that's part of my creative side. You know me on stage and these types of things, but being half Jamaican, my father is from Montego Bay in Jamaica. Reggae and bashment moves my soul like nothing else. So,
Well, I can see
Well, yes.
Oh my, well, the larger lady, I must say, I mean, she really has some rhythm.
yeah, man, that's Cassandra Justin. Yeah, she's one of our dancers. She has a lot
Go,
of
girl.
dancing. yeah.
Oh, right. Well, I see we've come to the break, so
Oh,
we'll be
nice.
back soon.
Oh, okay.